She also pretended not to notice the narrowing of her father's eyes, a sign that she should be silent. He shoved his pack at her, sending a fresh cloud of dust into her face. "Get home and clean my gear. We're back on the road tomorrow morning." She hesitated, eyeing the stranger, still considering her like a piece of livestock. "You gone deaf while I was away? Go!" Pity obeyed, plunging into the mess of workers unloading crates, each one etched with the Confederation of North America, or CONA, seal, and destination marks for Pity's commune, the 87th Agricultural. The smell of exhaust tinged the air, clamorous with labor-embarked orders. It was a familiar enough scene, save for an aberrant oasis of order at the center of it all. Set away from the rest, a pair of sleek black trucks idled, gold logos emblazoned on their sides. Pity slowed. Draco's Price. Corporate cargo. She wandered closer, curious. In matching black uniforms, none of which looked like they'd seen 6 months on the road, the Draco's Price team moved with precision and order, stacking their delivery in neat piles. The commune and transrail workers gave them a wide berth, tossing only the occasional odd look their way. Except for one. Hale looked up as she spotted him, waving her over to where he stood before an open case. "Pity, take a look at these." "What?" Her breath caught as she spotted the rifle. It was a model that couldn't even generously be called recent, but it was still better than anything she'd seen in person. "Those are for the commune?" He nodded. The settlement's head firearms instructor, Hale was also responsible for everything that came and went from the armory. "Security upgrades." Pity's hands itched as he lifted the gun out of its container. She longed to feel the exquisite balance, to look through its scope and gently wrap her finger around the trigger. Inhale, aim, exhale, shoot. The memory of the words came with the pungent scent of cheap homestill, along with the vague sensation of her mother's touch, as she made some small adjustment to Pity's form. Pity could still feel the warmth of the sun bleeding into her skin, see round after round of targets as she cut them down. Never quite as well as her mother. Not yet, but creeping closer and closer with every... No. Pity's hands tightened around her father's pack, an anchor to reality. Her mother was gone, and her daddy would sooner grow feathers and lay an egg than allow her anywhere near a weapon like that. Not that he'd get one either. They'd be issued to the wall walkers, the men and women who patrolled the commune ramparts and crop field fences. Her mother had been one of them once, the very best, sober or not. The old ache rose within her, the anger and frustration at her exclusion from the commune's defensive forces. She'd inherited her mother's eye and skill with a gun, but as mayor, Lester Kim made the labor appointments, and Lester listened to her father so much that people joked about who really ran the commune. At least riding escort keeps him gone half the time. Hale caught wind of her thoughts. Come down to the range when he's gone. It'd be irresponsible not to test these out before distributing them, right? A smile found her lips. Hale had been her mother's friend once, and he had no qualms about letting her practice shooting when her father was gone. At least she'd been able to keep her ability from withering away. "Don't look around," Hale said abruptly, keeping his voice conversational. "Your father is coming this way. Go on before he gets any closer. If he asks why we were chatting, tell him I was passing along your brother's range scores." She couldn't resist. "Are they any better?" "Well, they can hit a barn, provided it don't move too quick." Pity swallowed a chuckle and ran off, leaving the fuss of the convoy behind for a cluster of squat administration buildings. Beyond them lay the commissary shops, and finally, the neat grids of worker homes. The identical rust-colored structures were mostly deserted, their residents still at work in the fields or barns, but a lanky arm waved from the porch of one. "Pity! Thank goodness! Save me!" As Pity angled over, arguing voices drifted out from within the house. "What's going on?"